Good morning. As we center down into the sacred castle within ourselves, we are being reminded of allowing the breath to enter as though we are a tree, and breathing in, allowing the breath, the sacred air, to travel throughout the infinity of ourselves, of the physical, energetic being that we are. And as the air travels through and cleanses, we're reminded again of the tree and to feel the roots beneath you. And there is that one that the others will follow, that goes down deep, deep, deep into the core, stretches all the way down into the center of the center of the center, where there is fire, the energy, the warmth of the planet. And your root goes all the way down there. Visualize it, feel it, know how deep and deep and deep you go. It is your taproot to the center of all life. And you would not be here without it. So because you are here, you know you have it. And to become conscious that you are connected. As you allow this feeling, this memory, this revelation, revealing of yourself to yourself, as you tap into the sacred fire, this energy comes up through the taproot, up into your core. So for today, we're going to pause here at the core, or we may call it the trunk. You see the tree with the roots. Visualize the bark, the center of the tree, the middle. We also refer to that as the space between the in and the out breath, the sacred space where the infinity crosses each other. Today we are here in this sacred middle as the fire comes up through and before it goes all the way up through the branches to the leaves. It's important to pause here in the middle of your trunk, literally, and practice presence. We'll be doing an exercise with you, so to speak, that we ask that you consider doing. especially if your mind wanders out of the present moment and creates fear, worry, judgment, jealousy, lack. Those things are outside the sphere of the tree. They do not dwell within and around the tree. They do not dwell within you, not really. So today, even visualize yourself as this tree. You may see the trunk of a tree. We ask that you focus on that, the bark, what it feels like, what it looks like, the color. And we're just going to be here in the presence of the breath and the power of this space. Now, as you practice the presence, which is really your truth, we know that the mind wanders at times. And so, practicing presence in this exercise daily, multiple times a day, you can do it in a few moments of just visualizing the middle of that tree, the center of you, knowing that that fire has come up through you, through the taproot, and is connecting to all that is. When you're here practicing the presence, knowing the presence, as the mind wanders, we ask that you give your mind a word. We know the word really is a vibration. The word is a frequency. It can be word, but choose a word that feels good to you. And as you and we are practicing the presence by breath and just being here right now, if the mind wanders, give it a place, a high vibration place to go to that dwells within the presence. And that word, that vibration frequency, because it is one and high vibration, will satisfy the mind. The mind will feel like it's doing its job. And this allows the mind to be a tool, to be in harmony with presence and aligning to divine truth. So collectively, we're going to breathe. You have your frequency to go to. But for the next few moments, we are practicing and being present here in the trunk, the core, the center, the middle of you, the tree. The more you practice and become present in this moment, and the more you do this, you will notice when your mind wanders, if you give it a soft place to land. Laura used the word love. The moment the mind wanders, it grabbed on to love and like a wave floated back into the present moment. You will literally feel the harmony and the infinity of the movement as the mind begins to align to the energy of presence. And instead of distracting, it becomes an asset, an avenue, a strength. And as you're in the presence, there will be times where you will have other high frequencies consciousness come to you. As those words and feelings come to you, you will notice that it's in flow. You will feel the flow of infinity, the presence within. And it will feel different than a typical thought that the mind has separate, seemingly separate from the heart. And this will be how you know and feel divine frequencies, divine guidance, some would say. But we first start practicing the presence in the trunk, in the center. And as you are here in this space, that all time stops. And you will notice as you practice this throughout the week, time will stop. And as we begin to do this, it prepares us for the expansion above, within the sacred elements that move us up and out into the world. Here in the center, we focus so much on grounding, and that is very important. But it's this pause, this part in the middle, the balance between both, that is the key to loving expansion. So we leave you with the breath, with the high frequency sound, word, color that brings you back into the presence. And know all is well, all is whole. You are loved, you are love, and so it is.